Kevin, I know not the result that this team wanted, but that push in the final 10 minutes, including by you, how do you feel about this team being able to just get it within one to end it?
It was a valiant effort from all the guys. I mean, it's been a great training camp, and, it was a great fight by Berge over there. I think it was we were resilient right to the last little bit. So it was a good game. It was fun to be a part of. We just came short, but a lot to look forward to.
We've talked about it, but you're here on a PTO. You have a hat trick tonight, 6 goals within 3 games. What has worked with you to be able to show up so strong?
I think, it's just all the time and effort that I put into the summer. It was a lot of hard work. And, that's it. It's, you just put your nose to the grindstone and you make sure that you show up to work every day. So take a lot of pride in that. And I think that's my biggest asset as a player is just my work ethic.
Poulter, how do you feel about his performance? I know the stats might not be totally reflective of his play.
Great. He showed up to play, and it was a lot of fun watching him.
Some of the breakdowns that this team had, what led to giving them some great grade A opportunities, especially in the first period?
Yeah, I think, just board play, making sure that we, instead of trying to bat it out, just hold the puck and wait for some support. And just a couple of things to clean up in the D zone, but I think we were all competing hard, and that's the biggest thing that you can do in a preseason game, and just work ethic.
And then Cam Squires makes his preseason debut tonight. What did you think of his performance?
It was great. He did everything that he should do. He did everything right, and it's always fun now playing in your first preseason game. Not an easy building to play in. They had a lot of great players out there, and he showed up and he did well. He held his own.
Ryan, I know it wasn't the result, but to be able to push back, get it within one, especially in that final 10 minutes, what did you like about your team's effort in that last frame?
Yeah, just the never say die mentality, and that's, something that we preach. Just stick with it. Don't get too distracted on how the game's going. Just stick with our mentality that we always have, and the last couple games here we were able to claw back, obviously on the, wrong side of it, but overall it's good to see, our group get that experience and just keep pushing the way we did.
Kevin Labanc, couple goals here, a hat trick tonight, 6 goals in 3 games. What are you seeing out of him being able to prove himself on this PTO?
Yeah, that's why they call him Money in the Bank. I mean, he's all over it. Every game you look at it, his fingerprints are on it, and he had a really good showing, was huge for us, pretty much carried us in these games. So, it was good for him to see that.
I know the score sheet might not show it, but Poulter had some really big saves, especially in that opening frame. What did you see out of his performance?
Yeah, he's always solid every time. He's back there when we put him in the net. We know he's got our back when there are breakdowns, and obviously we left him out to dry a couple too many times there. But nothing but confidence when he's back there. He's awesome.
I know you said it's a learning experience for this group, and as you head into the Comet season, what's the biggest takeaway you have from this training camp and this week in particular?
Yeah, I think just the mentality and the way that we want to play that trickled down from the big club. Just fast all over the place, put pressure on them, and just a never say die mentality. Obviously, we want to get leads and still stick to our game plan, but just getting that experience and having these games as a group is going to be huge for us.
There's something that a lot of people have said about you this week is how hard you've worked throughout your career, getting that big contract, having a goal tonight. Just for you, looking at this next step of your career, what are you most looking forward to, and how proud are you about earning all that you have?
Yeah, obviously it's pretty cool to kind of look to see where I was and where I am now, but obviously there's still a lot of work to do. That's just my mentality. Put my head down, go to work, and whatever happens, happens. So just keep doing that.
Great, thank you so much. Coach, I know not the result, but this team pushing back in the last 10 minutes, what does that say about this group and their determination?
It's hard to put a fingerprint on a group that, there's just so many variables right now, how the Utica Comets come together, and in all honesty, how the New Jersey Devils, that there's not a whole lot of spots there. So in saying that, as a group of individuals, we feel like proud that they found a bit of an identity. They pushed hard every game. I think at the beginning of the game we were a little sleepy there for a period and a half, and then we started to pick things up, and you know what, it's been an emotional time and a lot of hard conversations post-game, so at the end of it, you walk out of here feeling pretty good about the group.
Kevin Labanc really showed up, 6 goals in the last 3 games. What can you say about his performances?
Well, I knew the player. I know, when a guy, you kind of earn a reputation because you are a playoff performer. I think that speaks highly of you. And, that's April, May hockey. He certainly showed it in September.
Just looking at Isaac Poulter, I know that the score sheet might not show it, but he had some really big saves, especially in that first period. What can you say about him?
Well, Poltz is a guy that he that takes the game just so seriously. He's a real professional at his craft and wants to become such a good player. I thought he was just okay at different times, and saying that he also had some big moments there. So we have no doubt that he can be a real good asset for our team in Utica, and that's the expectation for him right now, is to go down and really establish himself in the American Hockey League and keep developing and keep striving to get to the next level.
Cam Squires' first game, what did you think?
I like Cam. The goal that was called back, he makes a high-end play, and that's what we've seen out of him in Buffalo, in practices. And, you look at his body, and he's a little bit of a scarecrow, but he's like one of those guys you can see there's a lot of growth coming, and there's that level of physical maturity that still has to take place. But, boy, there's a bucket load of potential in him.
Thank you.
You said there were a lot of hard conversations after the game. Were there any easy, happy conversations, or does that come at another time?
That comes at another time. I mean, right now, I think everybody that's here knows that there's a whole squad plus 5 players that are in Prague right now. So there's going to be some transactions post first 2 games played overseas. So when that happens, it just makes everything tight. And I think, at the end of it, what happens is I think everybody put their best foot forward, and they walk out of here and get a couple days off before we get back to practice on Sunday in Utica, and know that maybe they put themselves on the radar as far as a position with the Devils.